as you can see on YouTube, is doing the live stream. So, been kind of working for the past few hours to get this live stream here figured out. Um, but it's been going pretty well. Oh, and now I've just noticed that my voice started going through, so I'm going to welcome everybody back to the Wisconsin Wingless Invitational. I've been talking for a few minutes, and apparently no audio was coming through, but looks like we're good now. My name is Lauren Kelly. I'm the voice of the Midwest Sprint Car Association and the Plymouth Dirt Track at the Sheboygan County Fairgrounds, and it's good to have all 70 of you, looks like, now watching the Wisconsin Wingless Invitational from Kokomo Speedway in Kokomo, Indiana. It's a quarter-mile dirt track, originally designed for midget racing, actually, and now tonight it will play host to the Wisconsin Wingless Sprints on iRacing. Tonight's race is sponsored by Hartnell Motorsports Custom Diecast, which has donated $50 to win. Mr. B Challenge has donated $30 to second, $20 to third, $10 to the random finisher in the A main. Handmade Motorsports has donated $25 to the hard charger in the feature race. Clutch Energy Drinks has donated 1 case to Fast Time and all heat race winners. Derek Crane has donated $10 to the best looking car, which will be voted on the live stream in the comment section. So as soon as it looks like comments are actually turned off, so we'll have to get that figured out. But that will be voted on by you, the fans. Twisted Ford Graphics has donated $10 to 5th place in the B main 1 and 2, as there will be 2 B mains here tonight. $4 added to the best looking car, and $4 to 4th place in the A main. And I believe there's actually some more sponsors if I my app keeps crashing, so we'll figure this out here in a second. Um, but looking at, so here's qualifying. Looks like we've got Hunter Parsons. He's got pole position. Willie Nelson in second, 12.048. I believe that's a pretty competitive time in terms of this racetrack. Willie Nelson second, Zach Rader third, Jalen Fairchild in fourth, Trevor Frank fifth, Chance Siskowski, one of the guys, really put this whole deal together. In sixth, Travis Mahoney in seventh, and Tyler Tischendorf is going to be eighth. Ninth, Craig Compton, and Andrew Gross is going to be 10th. Looks like rolling out our first heat race. And starting on the inside of the front row, number 20. And it looks like coming out of turn 4, we're going to get this deal going here very, very soon. Just got to get my screens all figured out. There we go. 23 on the pole. That's going to be leading them down. Green and the radar out to an early lead, going way. Radar comes around to lead lap 1. The 93 sitting in second. That's Travis Mahoney, Wisconsin. Looking down Radar for the lead. Tried to pull a slider. Not quite getting it done. Radar still leads. Looks like we got a caution on the racetrack. Not sure what just yet. The pace truck, the beautiful iRacing pace truck coming around to pick up. Looks like Radar leads with Mahoney in second. Gonna wait for the scroll to come across the top here. Can't quite see the numbers on the car every once in a while. Will Garrett's looks like he's sitting. Oh no! Oh, it's all kinds of screwed up on the top of the screen there. Let's see here. can't quite see the number on that third place car. That does look like it might be Will Garrett's sitting in third. That's the number 28 car. So it looks like Radart, Mahoney, and Garrett's your top three. And coming out of turn 4, Radart leading him down for the restart. Green flag. And Mahoney gets a great drive off the bottom of the track. Into turns 3 and 4. Coming down the front stretch. Mahoney leads that. Radar right side of the racetrack. Other straightaway. Side by 4 coming down the front straightaway. Oh, looks like we got another yellow flag coming out. Looks like actually Radar might have led that last lap, so he might jump up into the lead ahead of Mahoney. Yes, he will. Great shot over Kokomo Speedway. Looking at the field going down the back straightaway. Looks like we're going to have one more lap to green this time behind the iRacing pace truck. And Travis Mahoney's car keeps falling out of the back onto the track. Yeah, it looks like we've just reached over 100 viewers, so welcome everyone to the Wisconsin Wingless Series Invitational. Zach Radar is one of many Wisconsin Wingless real world drivers in the race, leads them down. Green cut down, he coming. Mahoney jumps back in and out. Looks like might be having some connection issues. Garrett's up into who was the race. Big contact between Garrett's and cause that he ran. But that contact, big moment there for one of the drivers. Meanwhile, Radar all alone out front. Travis Mahoney holding down the third. On the screen, so I'm kind of guessing here, but it looks should be coming to the check shortly. Once again, Zach Radar in the lead, Travis Mahoney in second, the 121 of Will Garrett sitting in, and Jake Kuba from, and Zach Radar takes the win in heat race number 1. Travis Mahoney finishes in second, and Will Garrett rounds out the podium. Some nice side-by-side battling between Mahoney and Radar there to open out the racing activities for the night. I have a few heat races here. Then we're going to be moving on to a 12-lap B main, and then or 2 12-lap B mains, I believe. A 40-lap A main feature event. Once again, thank you to all of our sponsors. Going to read them off one more time for anybody else who came in after we opened the show. Hartnell Motorsports Custom Diecast donated $50 to the winner of our A main here tonight. Mr. B Challenge donates $30 to second, $20 to third, and $10 to a random finisher in the A main. Handmade Motorsports has donated $25 to the hard charger in the A main. Clutch Energy Drinks has donated 1 case of energy to the Fast Time winner, which was Hunter Parsons earlier tonight, and to each of the heat race winners. doing everything on my computer and my phone right now. This is a new way for me to commentate on races. Very interesting. Looks like here for our second heat race. Looks like it's already underway. Just switch back to the right. Who's that in the 07 car out in the lead? That's going to be, looks like Craig Campton out of Partyville, Wisconsin, out in the lead. Somebody else way up high there, almost 3 wide. Whoa, big contact into turn 1. Couldn't quite see who that was on the outside of Craig Campton for the lead. Is that the number 99? Child looks like going dead. Preview screen that we're seeing Craig Campton there to from Omaha, Nebraska, out in front. Rocketing around the high side, still outside. But we have a new leader, Jalen Fairchild, moves back to. There we go. All Nelson from Solid Mills, Illinois, out in front. Jalen Fairchild in second. Craig Campton in third. 7 of Nick Orth out of Milwaukee is sitting in, I believe, in, looks like he's back out. Oh, no, that's a lap car. Entry list. Final 2 in the 25 out of Solid Mills, Illinois. Jalen Fairchild comes home in second, and Craig Campton rounds out the podium. For those of you who don't know, we're at Kokomo Speedway in Kokomo, Indiana. This track usually hosts weekly Sunday night national tours for sprint cars, late models, midgets, ARCA stock. Originally, the track was designed for midget racing, and we're wheeling some 360 wingless sprint around the Kokomo quarter mile here tonight with the Wisconsin Wingless Sprint Series. Anybody who doesn't know, the Wisconsin Wingless Sprints are a real-world wingless sprint series that race primarily in southern Wisconsin, drawing an average, I would say, about 30 cars a night on a normal race night in the summer. Extremely popular series here in the Midwest. There's also some drivers from some other local series as well racing here tonight. Will Garrett's driving the number 121. 4th place finisher in MSA points last season. It's Midwest Sprint Car Association. That's a winged sprint series. Finished 3rd in the first. Trevor Frank is now going to be as Hunter Parsons flag. Parsons all alone out front. Parsons winner here tonight. We've got a yellow flag already. It looks for a car spun around on the front. Parsons won pole here tonight with a time of 12.048. Still waiting for timing and scoring to update here. I don't have any kind of lineups or anything, so I'm just kind of going off what I can make out. Looks like it is definitely Hunter Parsons out front. Can't quite make out that blue number of the car in second. Oh, it looks like Trevor Frank sitting in second. The B-Mod rookie wheeling a wingless sprint here on iRacing tonight. Looks like he's running in second, possibly. And Hunter Parsons gets, again, green flag. Tending to favor the high side of the here tonight. Parsons really wheeling that number 5 machine around the top side. Second, Doug Schenk in third. Chris 22 sitting in fourth. Going through some different camera angles here. Dennis Spitz, former IRA competitor in this heat race, currently sitting in 8th. Ah, that's a really, really cool camera angle. It's nice to have. These are some camera angles that I wish Dirt Vision had sometimes. Doug Schenk still sitting in third, fourth. As Hunter Parsons continues to show the way. Trevor Frank. Oh, no. Hunter Parsons falling back to third. Trevor Frank now the leader. Missed that while we were switching between all the different cameras. There's Trevor out in front. Trevor, competitor, switching over into Plymouth Dirt Track in Plymouth, Wisconsin. And he's on, just took the checkered flag. Trevor Frank takes heat race number 3 ahead of Hunter Parsons. And the 71 finishing in third is Doug Schenk out of Cottage Grove, Wisconsin. Just want to give a out to Jeff Burba for doing the live stream for us. We are having some issues with our original stream that we had going, and Jeff stepped in and took over and completely saved everybody's butts. So that was pretty awesome. So once again, a huge shout out to Jeff for stepping in and kind of saving the day. Rolling out heat race number 4, I believe, of 4. And we're going to move on to B mains here in a little bit. Looks like the number 45 on pole. Is it the 45? Or is it? Sure looks like a 45. I don't have a 45 on my driver's list, though. So this will be interesting. Let's see. There we go. Again. There we go. Chase McDermott out for 45. So we do have. And on the outside, that's going to be Greg Olson. Oh, yep. Chase McDermott still out front. And we have a yellow flag. Again, looking between screens here, so I apologize if I miss anything. Tyler Tischendorf, another Midwest Sprint Car Association competitor. Hugely involved in racing in Wisconsin, Illinois, the whole entire. I believe Tyler actually has a little bit of a going. It's kind of a sweep challenge. Pull up that information here. Yes, Tim Tischendorf. So I believe that's Tyler's dad. has a sweep challenge. $20 if a driver can get fast time, win his heat, and win the A main. However, I believe that is not part one fast, but he came home heat race, so I believe that not quite. Not it's not going to happen. So, but thank you to Tim for putting that money up. $8 to the 15th place. Heat green. Chase. Never. Nope. There we go. Kyle Brink in second, and Jimmy Sivia in. Paul Schaefer sitting in fourth. Tyler Tischendorf in fifth. Oh no, Sivia refreshed, and now he's back into seventh. Chase McDermott following him. From the corner. The graphics for iRacing are pretty to be perfect. I've been watching a lot of it recently. Obviously, it's been going on, and see how technology has come so far just in the past. So once again, Chase McDermott out, sitting in second. As the pace truck comes tearing out of the infield to pick up McDermott there. Somebody put the driver of the pace truck in the race. So there we go. Looks like we're going to get one lap to green this time by, I believe. Possibly. So Chase McDermott out front, Kyle Brinkman sitting in second, Sherry Graumans sitting in third, and Chris Stevens in fourth, Paul Schaefer fifth, Tyler Tischendorf sixth, Jimmy Sivia sitting in seventh, and Greg Olson in eighth. Matt White in ninth. Not sure if they've disconnected or something is happening with their names are, but we'll see. Meanwhile, all Chase McDermott out front so far. Going to get back underway this time. Green. It's like we're going to get one lap to go this time by Brink. All alone out front, takes the win in Heat 4 once again and proceeds to wreck. That's probably my favorite thing so far, is just watching everybody wreck their equipment after each race. Once again, each of our heat race winners here tonight receives of Clutch energy drink, and they also provided a case of energy drinks to our fast time winner. Yep, looks like we do have one more heat race. We're gonna have heat race 5 of 5 here tonight. Timing and scoring pulled up. Number 48, starting on the inside of the front row. Can't quite tell. Is it 46? Oh, there we go. Look at this. Oh, that's from the last from the first heat race. That was pretty cool though when that came up there. Looks like that might be the number 46. Can't quite tell. 40? No. would have been Chase McDermott. He's running in the 45. Okay, well, that is the number 40. I have that car down as Chase McDermott, but maybe not. Jared Berba going to start on the outside. I believe that is number 18, starting on the inside of the second. Or she's starting in the inside of the third row. Can't quite tell. We'll get this going here. Oh, that's Chance. All right, that's going to be Chance Siskowski, one of the guys who put this whole deal together. Starting on the inside of the front row, Jared Berba on the outside, Andrew Gross starting in, Jamie Kloss starting in fourth, and Nick Petska starting fifth. Coming out of turn 4, green flag out for Chance Siskowski. Up to the high side of the racetrack. For number 14. Job can't quite try and make it work against Steve from the high class. He messed. That is it right there. The number 19 running the high side of the racetrack. That's Meanwhile, up front, all Chance Siskowski. He organized the race. My side. Wow, that is a. And now we see just how Como Speedway really. Now you can push that up to the wall. Big moment there with a lap car. I believe that's Dennis Smith running around the back of the field, and looks like we have a car. Wow, it was a big moment for the leader Siskowski as the iRacing pace truck comes out to pick up Jared Berba sitting in second, Andrew Gross third, Derek Crane in fourth, and Nick Petska rounding out the top 5. Love seeing a lot more of these local iRacing, and especially getting it out and live streaming an audience to. And I believe after this race is live streamed tonight, this will be available for rewatch on the Kloss Motorsports YouTube channel. So be sure to subscribe to that. And the iRacing pace truck pulls into the infield. We're going to go green this time by Chance Siskowski, Jared Berba, Andrew Gross, Derek Crane, and Nick Petska leading him down, green flag. And immediately to the top side of the racetrack does in the number 48 car. Berba running a very taps into the third spot, I believe. Big slide job in there. Second, make it work. It's in third, Berba in second. White flag out for Siskowski out. And Siskowski takes 5 of 5. Jared Berba comes home in second. Derek Crane in third, rounding out the podium. So Siskowski needs a clutch energy drink, and we're going to move on to 2 B mains here tonight. just realizing this for this video is USAC style, but with beer and that is especially accurate because I'm sitting here right now with beer and cheese literally in front of me. This is probably the most Wisconsin thing ever, but it's kind of nice.
Main lineups on timing and scoring.
All right, awesome. And it's not every day that you get to watch racing or race, because I'm sure that there's some racers out there with some beer and chill. Not every day you get to do that. Will Garrett's in the 121. Going to lead out is this a C main or a B main? Not exactly sure. I believe it's a B main. I think we have two B mains that are running a C main and then a B main. Either way, Will Garrett's all of this one, MSA 360 sprint car driver, and my on the Midwest Auto Sports podcast. Doug Schenk going to start on the outside of the front. Derek Crane going to start on the inside of the second row, and third, Nick Orth on the outside, and Chris Stevens. And this, okay, just got a message from Chan for green flag. Garrett's pops up to. That looked like it was Derek Crane trying to pull into the lead. Trying for a big slider on Will Garrett's. Couldn't quite make it work. And looks like we have a yellow flag. Oh, boy, where did Crane come from? From the inside of row number 2. Trying to send it up the inside of the 121 for the lead. Those are two real-world racers sending. Looks like we're going to go right back to the top of the order. I believe this is a 12 B main, 1 of 2. So Doug Schenk will regain his second. Derek Crane in third, Nick Orth fourth, and Chris Stevens in fifth. I would assume we took 2 from each heat race. I'm not sure how many that we're taking from this race. I'm sure I'm going to get a message about it. But the pace truck pulls into the infield. Garrett going to tear from the high side down to the inside, and we get a green flag again. Garrett's tearing up the high side just like Siskowski. And we got a yellow flag once again. Not sure if we got a lap in that time or not. My feed lagged a little bit. I think we did. Either way, Garrett's still out front. Garrett's having a lot of success in iRacing so far this season. A few top 10 finishes, a couple heat race wins in different iRacing leagues, as well as the Speed Shift Championships League. Love seeing the local guys making their presence known, especially a good buddy of mine like Will. Once again, he's my co-host on the Midwest Auto Sports podcast. If you guys are feeling bored and starved for some racing content, go ahead and check. We record it weekly. Have different guests every week from around the Midwest racing. And looks like we're going to get back to green here. Will leading him down. And Crane gets a big for second, sending it into turn 1. Big time slide job from the 19. Derek Crane with another dynamite start, but we get a yellow again. Oh my goodness, Derek Crane has gotten 3 absolute dynamite restarts. Just can't get it done. Looks like, is that the number 06 spun around, bringing out the caution flag. Couldn't tell. Vince Bartoletta Muskego, Wisconsin, bringing out the yellow flag that time. Do this whole thing one more time. It's kind of the nature with iRacing. I'm sure this is the first, some of the first racing that I've done online. And from experience, I walk in the park. iRacing is a very serious deal if you actually get down to it with setups and everything. These guys are all running setup so it's a very even playing field. But even so, it's very touchy-feely. I mean, it's a lot more like real racing than you would think. For those of you who don't know, the wheeling would be in real life. The only thing that's missing is the dirt bag. Back down, jump again. Tries to settles for a lap coming down here, Garrett. So I guess we were counting. Interesting. That rider there, big contact, crane spin. A little bit Garrett's obviously took the win. I believe Doug Schenk finishes in second. Derek Crane finishes in third, I believe. So again, not sure how many cars we took from that. Again, I apologize. It's a lot of learning and but we took 2 from the heat races, so there's 10 locked into the A main already. And I would assume we took 5 from that race as well, probably for a 20-car feature event. That or we took 6 for 22. Not exactly sure, but either way, Will Garrett's taking B main number 1. I'm going to roll out B main number 2 here in just a second. Once again, for those of you who haven't heard, sponsors that have donated ever so graciously to tonight, Hartnell Motorsports Custom Diecast has donated $50 to win. The Mr. B Challenge is donating $30 to second, $20 to third, and $10 to a random finisher in the A main. Handmade Motorsports has donated $25 for the hard charger in the feature event. Clutch Energy Drinks donates a case of energy to our what was that? There we go. For our pulse and each heat race winner, as our B main number 2 is rolling out, we're going to get the lineup here. Craig Campton starting on the inside of the front row. Sherry Grauman's on the outside. On the inside of row number 2, Jake Kuba. On the outside, Chris Rossiter. On the inside of row number 3, Andrew Gross. And on the outside, that's Randy. On the inside of row number 4, Paul Schaefer in the 00. On the outside in the 40. The inside of row number 5, the number 1 is Josh Barnacle. On the outside, the number 66 is as the field Kokomo Speed. On this beautiful Friday night, as Campton gets a huge jump on the flag. Campton all alone out front. Boom, we got a yellow flag already. His cars were going 3 wide. Who was that there? The number 24 is Jimmy Kuba, bringing out the yellow flag on the first lap of B main number 2. So Craig Campton in the 07 got a great jump on the rest of the field. Number 44, Sherry Grauman's in second. Believe we're going to go back to the top of the order. So Kubo will be 3rd, Rossiter 4th, Gross 5th, Doer 6th, and Paul Schaefer 7th, Ryan Zielski 8th, Josh Barnacle 9th, and Dennis Smith 10th. Once again, if I butcher anybody's names, I sincerely apologize. Don't exactly have anybody around me to necessarily correct any mistakes that I'm making. So the pace truck pulls back into the infield, and we're ready to get back racing. Campton, excuse me. Speaking of butchering people's names, as we get a green flag. Campton out front, Grauman's in second. There's a car spun down to the infield there, but looks like we stay green. You get a couple laps in. Campton out front, Grauman's in second still. Kuba still sitting strong in third, and Ross finishing up the sponsors here tonight. Derek Crane, one of the guys that put this whole thing together, donates $10 to the best looking car. Twisted 4 Graphics is donating $10 to Finn 1 and 2. And I believe there was $10 donated to 5th place and B main 1 and 2 by an anonymous donor as well. And they've also, Twisted 4 Graphics has also donated $4 to the best looking car, $4 to 4th place in the A main. And it looks like we're getting back racing here. Craig Campton out front. Grauman's like, was that Kuba diving down the Grauman's for second? Make it stick there in the number 6 machine. And it looks like Grauman's closing in on Campton out front as Campton keeps glitching in and out of. Oh, and a car sideways there in turns 3 and 4, and we get a. It was the white flag had come out. I'm not sure how iRacing does that. Green white checkers, if they do green white checkers, I believe they do. So Campton out front. Grauman's in second. Kuba was really making a run at Grauman's for second, as well as Grauman's closing in on Campton out front. Oh, and I've just been told that we are taking 4 cars from each B main to the A main. It's $10 to 5th place in each B main. That's the first car out of the feature, I believe. At least that's what my notes say. That could be completely wrong. Take a swig of the brewski. Once again, USAC style, but with beer and cheese. And was that a green flag? Or was it not? I couldn't tell. Yep, looks like, well, happened. I couldn't tell if we went back racing or not. But I guess we out for Craig Campton out front. Ground E-main number finishes in second. And Jake Kuba comes home third. Chris Rossiter, the final transfer, unless my notes are wrong, in fourth. And Andrew Gross takes home $10 from Twisted 4 Graphics for finishing in fifth. And up next will be our lap, Wisconsin Wingless Sprint Series. I believe, Wisconsin Wingless Invitational from Kokomo Speedway. I'm sure this will move to different tracks week to week. This would be a very, very cool thing to do once a week with the Wisconsin Wingless Sprints. And we got cars flying everywhere as everybody's kind of getting a feel for the track here. Doing some little hot lapping, just running the track in, getting all the cars out there. Beautiful sight, Kokomo Speedway here on a Friday night. Look at all the fans in the crowd. Oh my goodness. Just a packed house here in Indiana for some 360 wingless sprint action. Have the lineup here for the 40 lap feature event in just a second. Again, this is new to kind of all of us, so apologies for any kind of not necessarily mistakes, because it's all a big learning experience, but any kind of technical difficulties anybody may be experiencing. I've got the stream pulled up here. It actually looks fairly smooth and decent. So hats off to, once again, Jeff Burba for coming in at the last minute and saving all of our behinds. So once again, my name is Lauren Kelly, the voice of the Midwest Sprint Car Association and Plymouth Dirt Track Racing. I just want to say thank you to Chance, Derek, Jeff, and Jamie for welcoming me into the team for this week, and to the entire Wisconsin Wingless Sprint family. This is an awesome, awesome deal. I'm very excited to be a part of it for this week and hopefully many weeks to come. Just looking at this entry list, I mean, there's a lot of big names in the Midwest here. Zach Radart, Tyler Tischendorf, Jimmy Sivia, Trevor Frank, Derek Crane, Chris Dodd. You know, there's a lot of really, really big names here. So very, very cool. Very, very cool deal. And hopefully we'll be back next week with another one. And we'll get our 40 lap feature event lineup here in just a moment. Once again, first place, kind of cool. There's some money on the line here tonight. First place, 50 bucks. Second place, 30. Third place gets 20. Fourth place will get $4 from Twisted 4 Graphics in a random place in the feature. Also, where was that? Where's the ad? Where's the ad? $10 to a random finisher in the A main from Mr. B Challenge. As warm-up continues here, I believe, is that the actual lineup? 45. I believe that was Chase McDermott. Might start on the pole here with Willie Nelson in second. So I believe that is. It is.
That's the correct times.
It is the correct. So there it is. All right, here we go. Oh, jeez. I just love watching everybody just have massive accidents at the end of every session. It's pretty awesome. So once again, thank you to Kloss Motorsports for putting together this live stream, as well as Jeff Burba. Be sure to leave a like on the stream and subscribe to Kloss Motorsports, because I believe this will be live streamed to this page every week. And this video will also be available for rewatch after the races here tonight. So if you want to come back tomorrow and watch some more Wingless Sprint action, the video will be available for you here on Kloss Motorsports page. So once again, be sure to like and subscribe. And there we go. We've got our lineup for the 40 lap Wingless Sprint, Wisconsin Wingless Sprint feature event. 40 laps to decide who takes home, I don't know what we're going to call this, the beer and cheese classic from Kokomo Speedway. There we go. Starting on the inside of the front row, the number 23 car is going to be Zach Radart. On the outside of the 25 car, it's going to be on the inside of row number 2, and the number 021, it's going to be Trevor Frank. Out of is Chase McDermott. On the inside of row number 3, the number 48 is Chance Siskowski. On the outside, the 93 is Travis. Inside of row number 4, the number 199 is Jalen Fairchild. And on the outside, the number 5 is Hunter Parsons. On the inside of row number 5, the number 39 is Kyle Brinkman. And rounding out the top 7 is Jared Burba. Coming out of turn, radar, and we are green in our feature event. Leave Chance Siskowski all alone on the high side there as the there they are battling side by side. Radar Town back down the inside. Have momentum on the high side. Also here comes 48 of Chance Siskowski. And we have a yellow flag. My screen lagged there for a minute. Oh my God. Great racing so far early on. And the pace truck picks up the lead, who I believe inherit the lead from Zach Radar, Trevor Frank, Chase McDermott, and Chance Siskowski. But it looks like to me Siskowski is in third. I think my timing screen is just a little bit behind. So we've got Willie Nelson out front, Zach Radart in second. And Chance Siskowski in third, Trevor Frank in fourth. Frank got a little bit bogged down on the initial start and came back quickly to move back into fourth place. I believe that puts Chase McDermott into fifth place as the number 18 of Nick Petska, I believe. And he gets the wave around now, I believe, and we'll be going back to green shortly. Great battle between Nelson and Radar there at the beginning of this race. Ooh. Screen's lagging a little bit. There we go. Oh, Radar passing the pace car. Oh my goodness. Must be nice. League where there's no penalties. Great shot. I believe that's out the back of Zach Radar's 3-6. Right there looking skiing behind Siskowski. Some camera work, whoever's doing that. I believe it's either. And coming out of turn 4, green flag back out. Nelson doesn't get a great start. Here comes Radar. Big slide job. Couldn't quite time it right. Who's that down the inside now? Not sure who. Jalen Fairchild down the inside. I believe it was. Siskowski pops back off the inside, side by side in the 199. Frank now losing a little top of the racetrack, and here on the inside, the 45 Chase McDermott now moves back in front of Jalen Fairchild, and we have a. I apologize if any of you is watching the same stream, so might be a couple seconds behind, but hopefully it's doing all right for everybody. So I believe Willie Nelson's still out in the lead, Radar in second. My timing and scoring screen is not updating, so if anybody who's running the camera can hear me, if you just want to run down the top 5 cars. just so I can see who's out front. I believe it was Willie Nelson was still out front with Zach Radart in second. Yes, it was. So Willie Nelson out front, Zach Radart second, Chase McDermott in third. Jalen Fairchild will stay in fourth. And can't quite see who is that in fifth there. Back to green this time. Front. Radar now right. Nelson going down. It's kind of hard with. It can get a little bit seasick, and here comes at Radar side by side through the turn. And meanwhile, Siskowski in the catbird seat sitting in third as another yellow flag comes out. Nelson and Radar putting on an absolute show out front. That has to be extremely fun for these guys. But Nelson currently sitting on top, Zach Radar in second. Siskowski sitting in third. I believe that's Chase McDermott sitting in fourth. Fifth is Jalen Fairchild. And behind them, timing and scoring gets a little funky. But at least we got the top five as the iRacing Pace Truck leads Willie Nelson around in our 40-lap main event. So, once again, I don't have a lap counter, so we're going to have to go off of I have the little flag logo in the top left, so you'll watch that for the white flag whenever that comes out. But we've got to be going on about 10 laps in here as Willie Nelson leads the field down. Radar gets a jump, but Siskowski taps him a little bit down. Radar, oh, big contact between Nelson two. Nelson gets worst end of it, losing about positions as Radar now out front, or is that no? Nelson is still out front. Radar, their cars look, and then now Siskowski out front. And that is Zach Radar out front. Once again, their cars hard for me at least to see them out there. I should just look at the ticker on the top. But Radar, Siskowski makes his move, slide job, can't quite make it work. Radar gets the run off the top. McDermott now looking down the inside of both of those cars. There he is popping into the screen, the number 45, sitting in third in the catbird. Siskowski looking like he's package between himself and Radar, but just can't quite find a way around him. Radar looking strong out front. Now we've got a yellow flag. So it's Radar, Siskowski, McDermott. Will Garrett's coming from the B 13th, Travis Mahoney in 14th, Jared Burba 15th. Wow, Siskowski and Radar putting on a show. It was Nelson and Radar putting on a show. They both came together. And Nelson obviously losing out to Radar in that little collision. And I believe the iRacing Pace Truck now pulling down into the infield, should be getting back to racing here very shortly. As the field cycles through. Here we go. Zach Radar going to lead him down, going to get this race back underway, coming out of turn 4. Is it coming back to green? Can't quite tell. Can't see the pace truck. There. All right, Radar leading him out of turn. We're going to hug down to the middle of the racetrack. Gets on the gas. Green flag. Great move by Radar on the start to take away that slide job from Siskowski. Here comes McDermott on the inside. Gets a great run off the bottom. Chase McDermott now 3 wide for the lead. McDermott and Siskowski and Radar 3 wide for the lead as we have a yellow once again. Car spun around right in front of the leaders there. as the pace truck picks up Zach Radart. Siskowski and McDermott now putting on a show out front. Jalen Fairchild sitting in fourth. Saw that 199 car flash past the screen. That's got to be the thumbnail for this video. Zach Radart, Chance Siskowski, and Chase McDermott 3 wide on Kokomo Speedway for the lead of this 40-lap Wisconsin Wingless Invitational. Great look from high above the grandstand at Kokomo Speedway. The pace truck pulls into the infield. Green flag high in the flagman's hands as Zach Radart, Siskowski, McDermott, Fairchild, and the rest of them all get set to throw the hammer down. Green flag back out. McDermott already down the inside of Siskowski. Gets a little bit squirrely now, coming around the high side into the picture. McDermott down the inside for second. Fairchild there as well. Siskowski sticking to the top side of the race, but that lets Radart get a. Siskowski now looks like to reestablish himself in second spot, looking to chase down out in the lead. McDermott sitting in third, following Siskowski's line around the top side of the racetrack. Willie Nelson now up there as well. Siskowski on the bottom. Hunter Parsons now from starting farther back in the top, moving into the top 5 as he sits 5th in front of Fairchild and Kyle Brinkman in 7th, and Sherry Grauman's with a great run at 8th. And we have a yellow flag once again. Not sure who that was. Car spun around on the front straightaway, looks like. As the pace truck picks up Zach Radart once again. That battle between McDermott and Siskowski, really let Radart get away there on the last restart. Not going to want to let him do that again, as I believe the laps are starting to tick down here in our Wisconsin Wingless Invitational. Looks like we're going to get one lap to green this time by. Pace truck pulls out ahead of Radart, going to pull into the infield. Radart, Siskowski, and McDermott have been putting on a show all race for these last few laps here. Let's see if Radart can hold them off. Coming out of turn 4, green flag one more time. Siskowski with a great restart, slide right out in front of Radart. Siskowski 4. Here comes Willie Nelson. McDermott now slides up into the lead. Great shot from out the front of Radart's car as McDermott now holds down the lead. And a yellow flag comes out, but Chase McDermott with a great move coming out in front of Radart and Siskowski. Oh my goodness, what a move by the number 45. Taking about 3 cars in one slide job. That was amazing. So it's going to be McDermott, Siskowski, looks like Radart, then is that Nelson back there now? Or is that Hunter Parsons, I believe? Not exactly sure. Knew Hunter Parsons was moving up, but my goodness. Or is Hunter Parsons in the lead? When did I miss that? Oh my goodness. Was that? So he went up the inside of McDermott. Oh my goodness. That was the move. I'm going to have to watch that back on the replay. Unless he's getting the wave around. Looks like he might be getting the wave around. Yes, it is. Okay. So he must have been the caution car. All right. All right, Chase Siskowski and Nelson leading them down. Green flag. McDermott takes down the inside track. That's going to allow Siskowski to get a move on the high side. Big run on McDermott. Couldn't quite make it work. Radar on the high side. It looks like we have a yellow once again. Not exactly sure who that was for. Looks like maybe a car spun around on the front stretch. Lap's got to start winding down here in a little bit. Driver's starting to get impatient, moving past the pace truck, looks like. But my goodness, what a run for Chase McDermott. Taking 3 in 1 and putting himself in position to take this Wisconsin Wingless Series Invitational from Kokomo Speedway. Well, I'd like to be a fly on the wall in the racers chat right now, see what everybody's saying with all these yellow flags. Just begging guys to keep it clean for these last few laps here. Oh, looks like I just got a message. We're on lap 24 of 40. So we got almost half the race left to go. So Zach Radart, as the pace truck pulls into the infield, we're going to get the green flag this time by Chase McDermott, Chance Siskowski, and Zach Radart leaning him down. Green flag. McDermott takes the bottom. Siskowski takes the top. Radart is right there. Radart, no, that's... So Radart's down on the bottom. Nelson up high. Radart trying to get back into this battle for the lead. 4 cars all in a row. Throw a blanket over him for the lead. 3 on the top, 1 on the bottom. Here comes Radart trying to take third. Siskowski now sends it up the inside. Slide job. Can't make it work. 3 wide. Nelson, Siskowski, and Radart. Contact between Nelson and Siskowski on the high side. Bottom work, though, as he moves himself. Siskowski moves up in front of McDermott. McDermott falls back. Radart to the lead. Big time slide job, but McDermott comes back on the inside. 3 wide. Down the straightaway, and here comes Siskowski back on the high side. Sliders flying everywhere as Siskowski moves in front of McDermott, but now McDermott comes back. Hard to follow this 3-car battle for the lead. They've been 3 wide for almost 5 laps. Siskowski up top now seems to assert himself in the top spot, making the high line work, but Radart and McDermott, McDermott hits the wall. Big time moment for the 45 after running so well, almost loses third to Willie Nelson, but just hangs on for the 45. Big time moment hitting the wall. I believe that was turns 1 and 2. As Siskowski, and we got a yellow. Not sure what that was for. 9 laps to go now. That was the longest green flag run we've had. It was about 7 laps, 8 laps. And so Chance Siskowski leading the way from who I believe that's Zach Radart. Yes, it is. Zach Radart in second. Chase McDermott barely holding on to third after a huge moment. Almost thought that car was going to go over. Once again, going to give one more shout out to our sponsors for Hartnell Motorsports Custom Diecast, donating $50 to win. Mr. B Challenge, 30 to second, 20 to third, $10 to a random finisher in the A main. Handmade Motorsports, $25 to our hard charger. Clutch Energy Drinks, donating 1 case to our fast time winner and all of our heat race winners. Derek Crane, $10 to the best looking car. Twisted 4 Graphics, as the cars get back underway. Once again, I had to switch back green as Siskowski, Radart in second, and now here comes, what was that? It was Chase McDermott going up the inside of Radart, but here comes Willie Nelson. Big contact between Nelson and McDermott. almost sending the 25 around, and here comes Jalen Fairchild with a slide job on McDermott. Couldn't make that work. McDermott with a big slide job, almost big contact with the 25 coming into turns 3 and 4. But meanwhile, front, Chance Siskowski leads the way car. With just a few laps left to go, trying to back it into the corner, anything to catch up to that number 48 out front. But it's looking like Siskowski might have this one under lock and key unless Radar has anything left for him with 5 laps to go. Siskowski all alone out front, running the high side. This is the largest lead he's had all race, and at the right time, after a huge battle between Siskowski, Radar, Nelson, McDermott, and even Fairchild you could throw in there. 5 cars all with a legitimate chance at winning this race, and it's all coming down to Chance Siskowski, who I believe now just got 2 laps to go in the Wisconsin Wingless Series Invitational here at Kokomo Speedway. Chance, of course, one of the many guys who put this race together, got this amazing entry list all set up and ready to go, worked with the guys with the live stream, and he's got the white flag. And coming out of turn 4, checkered flag, your winner, the number 48 car of Chance Siskowski. Second goes to Zach Radart. Willie Nelson takes third away from Chase McDermott. And finishing in 5th, the 39 of Kyle Brinkman. Where did he come from? Hadn't said his name all race. And Derek Crane with a great run coming home in 6th. 7th goes to Will Garrett's coming from the B main. 8th goes to Chris Rossiter. And 9th, Travis Mahoney and Jake Kuba rounding out the top 10 as Chance Siskowski parks it in Kokomo Speedway victory lane. Wow. Gonna run down the rest of the field here. Sherry Grauman's finishing in 11th. Hunter Parsons, fast time winner with some bad luck in the A main, finishing in 12th. Jared Burba finishing in 13th. Jalen Fairchild with some more bad luck in the 199, finishing in 14th. Craig Campton finishing 15th and 16th. Trevor Frank, who ran up front for a lot of that race. I'm guessing he got involved in some kind of incident there. And the 71 of Doug Schenk finishing in 17th. Nick Petska rounding out the field in 18th. Once again, thank you everybody for tuning in to this Wisconsin Wingless Series Invitational. I'm out of breath, and that's not just from the copious amounts of beer and cheese that I've been eating. But that was an absolute corker, as the Brits like to say. Fantastic race. Congratulations to Chance Siskowski for taking the win in the Wisconsin Wingless Series Invitational. Once again, thank you to our sponsors, Hartnell Motorsports Custom Diecast, Mr. B Challenge, Handmade Motorsports, Clutch Energy Drinks, Derek Crane, Twisted Ford Graphics, Kloss Motorsports, and Tim Tischendorf. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.